Some of the world's greatest people have Parkinson's disease, among them 1.5 million Americans. It strikes without warning, affecting motor skills and muscular movement. There's no cure, but with continued research, we can knock out Parkinson's disease forever.
The grace of all time.
Join the fight. Contact the National Parkinson Foundation at 1-800-327-4545.
I'm making a comeback, so call now.
Some of the world's greatest people have Parkinson's disease, among them 1.5 million Americans. It strikes without warning, affecting motor skills and muscular movement. There's no cure, but with continued research, we can knock out Parkinson's disease forever.
The greatest of all time.
Join the fight. Contact the National Parkinson Foundation at 1-800-327-4545.
There was an authorization bill.
One of the first steps in finding the cure for any disease is through creating awareness. And the National Parkinson Foundation is fortunate enough to have one of the most recognized individuals on this earth as their spokesperson. Muhammad Ali has created more awareness for Parkinson's disease in the past 2 years than it has received since James Parkinson first described the disease in 1817. It's done for a reason. The Ali family and the National Parkinson Foundation felt that this PSA should present Muhammad as the man he is today, a humanitarian, a spiritual leader, and a fighting symbol for people with Parkinson's disease around the world. Remind us that anybody can get Parkinson's disease, even a heavyweight champion. Your neighbor can get Parkinson's disease, a member of your family may get Parkinson's disease. And the best way we can relay this message is through television. And towards that end, we present our PSA.
Among them, 1.5 million Americans. It strikes without...
So even though today we are asking for funds for the U.S. government to provide the funds necessary to fund the research necessary, because of our network, this will have worldwide impact because our research capabilities and our research team will utilize this money plus all the other monies that we raise throughout the world in order to find an answer and to find a cure soon. And now I'd like to take 30 seconds for our Spanish friends. Yo soy Emilio Alonso Mendoza, el director de la Fundación Nacional de Parkinson's. Tenemos 52 centros de excelencia alrededor del mundo, en Buenos Aires, en Canadá, en Japón, España, en París y 29 universidades en los Estados Unidos. Nuestra misión es buscar la cura para el mal de Parkinson y mientras tanto estar seguro que los pacientes reciban el cuidado médico necesario y la educación que es tan importante en una enfermedad como esta. El día 11 de abril está designado como el Día Mundial para la enfermedad de Parkinson y la Fundación Nacional de Parkinson junto con la Sociedad de Parkinson's Europea está lanzando este día con el propósito de encontrar la cura para la enfermedad de Parkinson en el año 2000. Muchas gracias.
During my lifetime, I have witnessed Parkinson's disease grow to epidemic proportions. Today, upwards of 1.5 million persons in the United States suffer from this debilitating disease. And each year, an estimated 50 to 60,000 new cases are diagnosed. I am confident that we can find a cure and prevent future generations from suffering.
We're going to get the funds. We've got more than 100 members of Congress now that have signed a letter to the Appropriations Committee asking for the funds directly to go to the NIH to deal with Parkinson's. We've got a very good effort in both the House and the Senate. It's bipartisan from the get-go, and I expect to see it happen. delighted to introduce not only my friend, but my constituent, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad lives about 10 miles down the river from me in a 2-traffic light town.
We want a cure for the disease. We're asking for $100 million of additional money for research that in its title says Parkinson's disease, so that these monies can be appropriated, so the cause can be found, which it will be if the monies are there, and this disease can be obliterated the way polio was obliterated. That's why I'm here. That's why Mohammed came here.
What message would you, in his name, give to people out there who are afflicted with Parkinson's?
It's nothing to be ashamed of. That you have Muhammad Ali, you have an organization, the National Parkinson's Foundation, that is in your corner, and you have an entire nation that wants to help you through the Congress, and that our level of research is so good and so well developed that with a little extra push, we'll conquer the disease in our lifetime.
We cannot bring back dead neurons. We cannot bring back cells that have died, no more than we can bring back George Washington or Abraham Lincoln. But in cells that are critically injured and are in the process of dying, we may be able to save them. Money is critical. Without money, you don't have the researchers, you don't have the tools, you don't have the equipment, you don't have the commitment to take resources and apply it to Parkinson's disease. I believe that Muhammad Ali's disease is naturally occurring. I believe Muhammad would have developed Parkinson's disease whether he was a boxer or not. There are certain characteristic features of his Parkinson's disease that clearly, to me, indicate that this would have developed whether he boxed or not. His mind works well. We wrote a poem together, we joke together, we tell stories together. He makes very sharp, insightful comments, and he is in charge of what he does. He does what he wants to do, as he always has.
Oh, I could walk a lot, could run, I could smile. Can't do that anymore. The first thing I'm talking to somebody with Parkinson's disease, and this is what happens. The speech goes, and a frown comes, and then I get mad. I get a lot of anger because I can't do the things that I ordinarily could do. I think the federal government should give whatever millions it takes to correct this disease, because it's really bad. Somebody should help, and Congress is the place that it should be done.
Okay, this is the area that is involved in Parkinson's disease. It is called the midbrain. This is the left cerebral hemisphere. That's the right. Now, this is an area of the brain called the midbrain. It's called the midbrain because it is midway between the spinal cord and the thinking part of the
Open and close your hands. Do this as fast as you can, real fast. Make a fist and turn your hands around.
When patients succumb to the disease of Parkinson's, the disease process in Parkinson's is a progressive cell death. Designing an experiment to answer that question becomes very challenging. The most fulfilling aspect of the career.
Okay, I'm moving around somewhere.
Great, big smile, eyes open. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm making a comeback. Call now.
800-327-4545.
I'm making a comeback. Call now.
1. Mark.
Hola, yo soy Emilio Alonso Mendoza de la Fundación Nacional de Parkinson. Con nuestro campeón Muhammad Ali, se ha enfrentado a muchos...
Was it out here in the cold?
I've knocked out Parkinson's.
And this was the finals for the United States Golden Glove Championship.
I'm quite sure with the Olympic title in back of you, you would have no difficulty in getting a scholarship to a good college.
So I had to get up and put him on out in 4 as I predicted. And I'm the one who usually does the popping off, but he's starting, so I cut this from 8 rounds to 4 rounds.
Most boxing fans thought that Clay would be bombed out in 1 or 2 rounds by the awesome Sonny Liston. The daring young challenger has nicknamed himself the greatest, and tonight he's beginning to prove it.
Joe Frazier in trouble here in round 2. Crisp, lightning punches by Muhammad Ali.